kick off my spring hunting with Jake Reed, and he killed his first turkey with a bow. And I got an opportunity, Jake took me back to that same property. I got an opportunity to hunt that property, and we learned every time we hunted. We were basically trying to figure out, there was a couple of toms on that property, we're trying to figure them out, and we finally were able to capitalize on those birds. So the first morning, we thought we had them figured out. We were set up right underneath of them. And those birds gobbled and flew across the creek onto the opposite side where we'd been set up the day before.
All right, well, it's a rainy morning. We're really close to the roost on the in this setup, and I can see a couple of birds on the roost. Normally, when it's rainy out, they'll stay up there for quite a while. The ones that I can see look like they still have their head tucked, so they're not really looking to fly down. But hopefully we can get a gobbler to fly down and come and check us out.
After everything calmed down, we decided to just kind of do a little bit of surveillance. So we walked around, scouted the area to figure out where these birds were going in the afternoon, late morning. We wanted to figure out, we knew where they roosted, but where were they going to travel to? Because if we can get in the way of them, it's basically a deer hunting strategy. If you know where the birds are roosted and you know where they want to go, all you have to do is set up in between those two spots, and more than likely, they're creatures of habit, and they're going to fly down from the roost, either whether they're following hens or not. Hopefully they'll make their way within gun range. So we figured out where they were roosted, and we had a game plan for the morning. Our plan was to sneak in, figure out, check and make sure that they're roosted in the same area, and then set up accordingly. We actually snuck in, and we ended up setting up on top of a gobbler. We had a gobbler about 40 yards in front of us, strutting, gobbling on the limb, and we were set up so close to this gobbler that I actually looked up in the tree to see whether or not he was roosted above me. So we're working this bird, and I'm trying not to be too aggressive with the calls. My hope is that this bird will fly down right on top of us. But there's two other gobblers that are hammering just to our right. You know, what crosses my mind is, am I going to get an opportunity at this bird that's literally in the tree 40 yards in front of me, or am I going to kill a different tom? So I've got these birds working in from the right. I've got a deer, really actually a pretty nice looking buck. He's got some pretty good growth for it being as early as it is in the spring. He's working in at 20 yards. I'm praying that he doesn't spook these turkeys. They're on their way in. Jake is to my left at 10 yards. I have no idea whether or not he sees these turkeys on their way in or not. I hope that he's going to see them in time. I'm basically just need these birds to clear this brush, and as soon as they clear the brush, I'm going to level one of them.
Woo! That is one of the more fun hunts I've ever had. We had a gobbler roosted right here in front of us. These two other gobblers come up, hen flew down to him, and I don't know if you guys can see this. I know you couldn't, but there was a buck. There was a buck standing right here at 20 yards. I thought he was gonna screw it all up. Let's go check him out. The JEBS and Federal TSS did a number on his head. Wow.
Ian Sparks is up next. and this is a super exciting hunt. He's hunting with his good friend Caleb. Caleb killed a nice gobbler earlier in the season. This hunt is a brand new farm. Ian's never turkey hunted this farm before, but he knows that there's birds on it. He knows where the birds are wanting to be. They're gonna set up. It's gonna be a fast, exciting hunt. So Ian showed up at dawn, and he had a couple of birds gobbling, so he really quick, they got into the field, got the blind set up, and started working on those birds. So several birds were gobbling, and eventually a group of hens worked their way out into the field. And Ian was just waiting for one of those gobblers to fly down and make his way to the field. So after a few minutes, finally, a gobbler made his way to the field. Ian knew that he had to be patient and wait for that bird to get into range. And it took a little while, but eventually that bird made the mistake of venturing just a little too close.
Missed him. Holy cow. Watch out, watch out, watch out. One more.
Dude. Nice. Holy crap. Holy smokes. It's second day of first shotgun season here in Iowa, and I managed to get a bird on a farm that I've never turkey hunted before. I like to hunt different farms every year as much as I can, learn them, you know, so I can bring friends and family out and put them on birds. Well, this is a new 40 acres. We killed a good buck off of this year, and I just got permission 2 days ago to turkey hunt it. And first morning coming in here, Caleb and I came in here, and the birds are already hammering. Threw the blind up, and 45 minutes into the hunt, we already had a good bird down. It's a great start to season. Between the youth and us, we've already got 5 birds down on the ground. Only a total of 3 days of hunting. So awesome, awesome, awesome. What a great day here in Iowa.
Man, I love the excitement of spring. And there's nothing more exciting than hunting a new farm. And in both of these hunts, I got to hunt a farm that I had really never turkey hunted much before, ever. And Ian, in his hunt, he was hunting a farm that he's deer hunted before, but he had never actually turkey hunted it. He knew there was turkeys there. He had to learn a little bit about where those turkeys are going to move to and how they move into that particular hayfield. And it doesn't get much more exciting than that. And that's what it's all about. We just love chasing that spring gobble.